Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. I am Razim and this evening we are enjoying some Furry Dungeons and Dragons. Hello. Turlix, if you could do the recap please.
Okay, let me go find it so I don't actually get it wrong this time. Well, it turns out that I'm actually very super allergic to flowers. Or a particular flower. I don't know and I don't really want to find out. At least the spa helped me clear those allergies right up. We gotta start planning for Tato and Lily. Lily's proud hoof's wedding. He proposed to her with a nice Did he use a fancy ring?
Nope, he had no ring.
We need to get him a ring.
Yeah, he was also, drug-addled and stuff. Perfect start to a marriage.
I do believe that he actually attempted to use his bedpan as a box. However, there were no contents inside, perhaps fortunately.
Speaking of Tato, aside from his missing leg now, he seems fine. I'm also told that he actually stole a kid's legs, which, oh no. And now we're trying to escape on the wagon, which, before right now, none of us knew could actually be a raft.
I mean, Nim knew, but nobody asked Nim.
Also, hostels suck and Zelos is mean.
Zelos is what?
Zelos is apparently a meme.
Ilmater is not the most merciful of gods in every circumstance.
No, I mean that Zelos found the unacceptable sound clip.
Oh, okay, I guess.
Perhaps sometime when we are not so hurried in our journey, you could tell me of this god Zelos and his followers, who are so mean to you.
But yeah, that's what happened last time. And we're also missing the husband-to-be and person who's presumably either going to be the best girl, or oh wait, no, we actually have a cleric. He can just fish in the. Yeah, so she'll probably be the best girl.
I would also like to take this opportunity to introduce everyone to our newest member. This is Georgie. He is going to be accompanying us for a while, as he regrettably missed his chance to disembark prior to our leaving the city. Georgie, say hello to everyone. That's not normally what rats sound like, but you are entitled to your opinion on your species' interpretation of language.
Spreads.
Oh yeah, we were actually running away from this town. Why?
They stole a kid's leg.
Oh, right.
Now, did you steal like his little leg? Or like a wooden leg?
It was a magical, steampunky leg. It resizes to the wearer, but it was built for a kid. And Tato let himself have it, put on him, and yeah, so they stole a kid's leg.
Running started, yes?
Well, technically, he didn't let it. He was too tricked out of his mind to even stop it.
Details.
Potato, potato.
Wait, did we steal the leg or did we just not pay for it?
Steal. they were gonna come back and take it off of him, and his girlfriend said fudge that and ran away with it.
Yeah, there were concerns about having it removed, and more importantly, Lily Proudhoof had no desire for them to put him through that, so she cradled him in her massive arms and charged out through the temple.
That's right. I don't remember that too well because I was kinda blind at that time.
If it's any consolation, you could hear the hooves running down the street.
Yes, I know, I heard that. I was explained to it last time. So we have shipped off and we're currently on the raft that is just floating, right?
I mean, it's sailing away. And it's inviting you to come sail away. Come sail
I'm
away
already
with it now.
I feel like you're making a reference I don't get.
I get it. It's pretty good.
It's to a commercial.
It is not a commercial.
Well, they used it on a commercial, okay?
Yeah, many.
I
I think the best version of that song is the Cartman version.
where he sings it incredibly fast. The seal spent nothing on the ring because he didn't get a ring. There is no ring. He just kinda, proposed as she was carrying him out, and...
It should also be noted that, given the level of debt said seal is in at present, he will never be financed for picking up a ring.
Oh yeah,
It will be a cash purchase only.
his wages are garnished. His wages are quite severely garnished.
So we should be heading through the Bloodstone Pass, right?
That is correct. What are you talking about Toya for? Toya isn't involved in D&D with us. He does Borderlands 2 with me on Thursdays.
Did you accidentally either A, forget the T, or messed up Tato's and Toya's names, Neo?
That's okay, he's
so you
pretty
messed up the
forgettable.
names.
I have to be honest. For the first week I knew them, I thought that he was a woman.
Yes, didn't you also think I was the one for the first week too?
I'm still half convinced that you're tricking me, and you actually have a twin sister.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have a twin sister. It's a dress that turns me into a girl.
And then explain to me where Eloise came from.
Imagination.
It's called alter egos.
Are you telling me that you have a split personality with an entirely different gender? They have medication for that these days.
No. I'm...
Shaking your head.
You're just messing with me now.
Just be glad it's a dress that you wear, and not that you turn into a woman when you're splashed with hot water.
Yes, that would be most embarrassing. And
I
quite
can make that
inconvenient.
happen.
No.
I think they call it the ramen
Actually,
complex.
that would be appropriate to our previous episode's tag of anime.
No. That was last time. Can't do it this time.
Oh, don't tell them what he can and cannot do.
Have you forgotten the whole concept
No.
of I am the dungeon master, And what I say goes. So if I decide you turn into a woman when you are splashed with hot water, guess fucking what? You turn into a woman when you're splashed with hot water.
Can I just have my dress and be done with it, please?
You may request that. But do not deny me what I have the ability to do, because then I am forced to either accept the insult or, prove that I can do it by doing it. So literally by you saying, no, I cannot do that, is making it happen.
Can you please not do that to me?
That is better. You'll learn one of these days, don't worry. Also, because I want to play it.
Good job.
Just because we have to. Neon, to answer your question, it's quite easy to find hot water in a fantasy setting. They have fire.
Not to mention we have a spa.
That too.
Oh, well, I get a chance, I'm going to go check on the black candle.
You've left it burning?
Yeah, it's been burning.
Okay.
Well, it's been burning to the point of whatever's inside has come out. Didn't leave it keep burning after that.
Do you state this intention out loud, or simply go off to your room to check it?
I'm going off to my room to check it.
Okay.
This video is going to be so copyright stricken. If not by, whoever owns the rights to Sail Away, it'll be, Comedy Central, is it? Whoever owns the copyright for South Park at this point. But oh well. I'll make it quieter now. Alright, so you are going to check on your black candle. The flame has turned pink. About a quarter of it has melted away. You think you see something shiny inside of it now.
Ooh, no, I have to wait. I can wait. He just makes sure that it's keep burning. Making sure that the pink flame doesn't mean anything in Thieves' Can't.
What the hell would...
I mean, there's quite a number of significant meanings behind the colour pink, but I can't think of any of them that are attached to a candle flame, so no.
Okay.
I
Then he'd go off and keep leaving it burning.
Well, I mean, there was this one time, so there was this message what I had to send with pink ribbons, mind, but they was too close to the candles and those caught fire. That was kind of a pink flame, but I think that's different. I hope that's different. That didn't turn out very well.
Alright, so... Is anybody else doing anything in particular?
Well, I thought I would take Georgie on a tour of the ship. He has expressed an interest in joining our crew and says he is quite skilled in, cleaning the corners of cabinets.
Anyways, I'm probably resting because I ran my butt to you guys. And running. Makes you tired.
Yeah, you did run quite hard to get to catch up with them.
Oh, and Sean, obviously girlfriend, was paid, and well, I actually only had cheese to pay him, but I believe he was accepting of the offering.
I mean, gulls will eat anything.
Yes, I once saw a seagull eat this absolutely rancid pile of. Honestly, I'm not certain what it was. I believe it may have once been a portion of pudding, but was somehow mixed up with a pile of rancid fish guts. Truly
As an
remarkable
image in
creatures.
my head that I do not need to have in my head.
I forgot that this basically dissolved into just screaming.
What? Oh. I know what you're talking about now. You muted it so low, I forgot about it.
So, good morning, everybody. What did I miss yesterday? Or is everybody? Oh, Brum, hello. Who's your new friend?
Friend Cricket, this is Georgie. It was quite a good chap and gave us some assistance in, well, I don't know what happened last evening.
No.
In brief, I feel we may have inadvertently absconded with a prosthesis that was intended for some young child of indeterminate name or origin. Tato should be fully cured with it, however, he is in a tremendous level of debt, and we may no longer be welcome in that town.
Two. That is
Most
sounds like I
unfortunate,
missed quite.
yes.
Sounds like I have missed quite a bit from that.
If you could put in a good word with the Order of the Yellow Rose, or perhaps Ilmater himself, that we might return on our way back, it would make a most convenient resupply point in our journey home. Otherwise, we will simply have to avoid it for the time being, as we made quite a show getting out of there. We are presently on course, traveling westwards down the river towards the Bloodstone Pass, I believe.
Can the cart be destroyed?
Everything can be destroyed. Except that one thing, but we don't talk about it.
You know what can especially be destroyed?
The hearts of young children?
No.
Oh.
No.
Break all the
Elysian's
rest of our
fragile
stuff.
sense of masculinity.
It's okay, Elysian. I've known quite a number of individuals who are uncomfortable with their original gender of birth. In fact, I can
not
direct you to a number of support
uncomfortable with
groups
it.
throughout the country if you need somebody to talk to. I am always
No,
here.
Brum. Not uncomfortable with it.
That's okay. You don't need to talk to me now, Elysian. I will always be here.
Oh my gosh.
Unless I leave, in which case I won't be, but until I do leave, I will always be.
Okay, Brum, here's what we're going. We're going to find a timer. Every time you open your mouth, we're going to set it to a minute, and that's how long you have to speak. Not even that, 30 seconds. No, 10 seconds.
You are aware that most timers in this day and age are not that precise. It would be more
It doesn't
likely
have to be precise.
5 moments or 10 beatings of the heart.
Use a sand dial.
That sounds like a good idea. That way, unless we want you to distract somebody, you don't keep running out your mouth all the time.
That does seem rather restrictive. What if what I need to say takes longer than 10 seconds or 30?
Point is that it shouldn't.
I'm sorry, friend Alicine. I just don't see how this could work. I can imagine a number of situations off the top of my head that would require a longer length of speech. For
And then my
example, if we were
question is,
chased
how
by a
many
number
of
of
those
guards and I needed to
situations
identify
are
the
like
house from which they were sent forth, then it would likely take longer than 10 seconds, particularly if I need to explain to you the route they're taking to reach us and the likely search patterns.
Can somebody tag me out of this conversation now, please?
Nim is laying in the corner watching this, laughing.
Elysian goes over and tags Nim. Your problem now, and then runs off.
Nim will bite your tail and hold on and keep you keep you there, you know.
Nim has to bite the tail in the first place for that to happen.
Well, Nim has the advantage of intimately knowing the Dungeon Master. And the Dungeon Master is liking this idea enough that he's saying that he succeeds.
But I also can dodge that.
You slip on the floor and fall.
I need to roll to make sure that I do slip and I don't recover instantly.
Okay, go ahead and roll. You're rolling against the guy that decides what the difficulty class is. Oh, so sad. The DC was 30.
Well, I can't hit a 30 DC.
I think I've got a meme for this. I don't know if it's actually in Fantasy Grounds.
Bring out the nachos.
Let's see.
I've seen it.
Oh, hey, I got this. Does that work?
Look, there's a difference between being butthurt and you purposely trying to keep me in conversation I clearly do not want to be in. Though either way, I'd use cunning action to disengage.
Guess what?
That actually doesn't let you stop an attack. I mean, it would prevent an attack of opportunity, but...
How's that
Look,
one?
can I just eject myself from Brum's conversation or not?
No.
You can just stop talking to him. That would most likely work eventually.
Yes, I went to stop talking to him, and then Mr. Wolf over here bit the tail.
No, you tried to.
Room. He doesn't mean you have to keep talking to him.
You only put your tail because you tried to push him into the conversation.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you can't annoy somebody else.
You technically weren't not talking.
Come along, Georgie. I think those two are having some fun. I have this most amazing... it's sort of a person I want to introduce you to. He lives in the spa.
I am sleeping in bed.
None shall see me. Though my battle cry may give me away.
So, after a couple days on the water, you're all rested up and recovered from everything. You are beginning to approach the Bloodstone Pass.
To clarify, we're getting a long rest finally. I would so like a long rest.
I suppose I can permit that. Tato has basically been in and out of it the entire time, though.
That, or he's preemptively celebrating his honeymoon.
The bachelor party's too soon for that, though.
Yeah, he can't celebrate his honeymoon yet. He's just in and out of consciousness.
Let's all be honest. If Ms. Proudhoof wants to celebrate their honeymoon early, she can damned well do it.
Well, she doesn't want to, because, you know...
Then that is Ms. Proudhoof's choice.
Quick question. Is it Bram or Brum?
It is Brum.
And it's spelled with a U and not an A.
Correct.
Okay.
Well, that was
And no,
decidedly odd.
you can't have a shock Brum button.
Also, tape does not exist.
We
They
shall
do
meet
actually
tape
have
by-
strips of paper with glue on them, but nowhere near as effective.
we shall get whatever that super glue thing is, put it on some tape, and then put it on Brum's mouth, and problem solved.
Universal, oh no, it's not universal solvent. It's
Yeah, solvent's opposite. Which you should never drink,
no, one should not drink universal solvent.
because another DM was telling me about how one of their player characters did that.
That actually seems to be a somewhat common thread. I've heard 2 other stories of it, one of which was in a webcomic.
Except that I would not allow something like that, Neon.
Solvent glue. There it is.
So anyways, Bloodstone Pass. For those that are familiar with the area, I suppose probably Brum would know about this a little bit. Go ahead and
I
give me
can
a
give you
history.
a knowledge history.
Yes.
I don't think he's actually been through this specific section, but he may have heard of it.
Elysian, you would likely not have been through this area or heard anything about it.
What I have.
I do know that it was full of orcs because that was mentioned to us in one of the previous sections. Other than
Okay.
that, nothing.
So
Technically, given my background as a scout, does that mean I would know the area of anything?
there is a possibility, Azeroth, so go ahead and give me a history check.
Hoo-ha. Let me just close these numerous windows that happen to pop up on my screen for some reason. And once again, history. You said history, correct? I'm sorry.
Yes.
History.
Bloodstone Pass is actually the seat of power of the nation or kingdom of Damara. It used to be Helgabal. However, one of the more ancient kings decided, oh, I don't like Helgabal. It may be the biggest city, but I want to move it to Bloodstone Village. So it was moved to Bloodstone Village. There has been quite a bit of gripe from the nobles in Damara. This is all stuff that Brum knows.
For some reason, it's being distilled smaller than he would make it. Probably because Ignacio's passing information on to you after Brum goes back to his room.
Possibly, yeah. The Bloodstone Village, they've cleared out most of the orcs. However, you have heard tales of an assassin's guild in the area. And that's about it.
Assassins. They're not too fun to fight. Don't always attack from the front.
Well, that is true. However, so long as we do not, upset anybody else again, we probably will not have to worry about the assassin.
True.
However, if Tato keeps his string of stealing legs, I don't think we can guarantee anybody's safety.
Are the Well, I do know churches aren't the type to hire assassins to do their dirty work, and since they technically got his money.
Actually, that's technically not true. There have existed several orders to specifically serve various churches.
Well,
They are somewhat
assassin
holy
churches.
zealots, typically. And
Assassin
yes,
church.
there is a church entirely devoted to assassination and thievery, a mask, the god of assassins, after all. But most of its members are no more than hangers-on and wannabe. Right, the very few rare actual assassins belonging to the Church of Mask are, by most accounts, reclusive and hardly ever admit to their actual faith.
So, shall we continue to the city? Or continue to the.
The assassin. Or-
All right. I was seeing if I had a map of the Bloodstone Pass itself available to you guys. Doesn't look like it.
I
First
have a
off,
sudden ominous feeling that we might be facing combat soon.
first off, though,
Well, we are a barge floating in the middle of the river. I'm surprised we haven't gotten attacked by thieves yet.
We did pick up Kraken insurance prior to our departure.
Yeah, you did. Speaking of, I forgot to update the donation.
I have actually read through a number of those contracts, including our own, and I can tell you that most Krakens and pirates, actually, quite, I wouldn't use the word afraid, but leery of the consequences for a breach of contract, and very rarely attack individuals who have taken the protection of that.
Okay.
I'm waiting to hear.
You are approaching a large wall ahead.
Konnichiwa.
There is a gate that is extended deep into the water of the river. And yeah, that's what you're approaching.
Hey,
The
look,
gate
it's
is
the
currently
groom.
closed. What are you
I guess we're gonna have to stop in front of the gate.
There is actually one concern that I meant to bring up earlier, but it's quite slipped my mind with all the excitement. We are currently traveling the river, but we do not have any papers authorizing our trade or transportation of passengers. There might be some trouble passing through an official checkpoint.
Or we
I think
just
we
not
can
tell
smooth
them
things
about the
over, bro.
passengers.
True, they can't really ascertain the amount of passengers.
If we have any.
The particular legal justification or concern of being transported from one location to another. We might be able to put ourselves on crew, but it will likely raise a number of questions if we don't have an official reason for our travels.
Assuming they even want us.
We could always just say we are a private vessel.
Most of these are required to register in the rivers or lakes in which they are moored or traveling, so I don't know if it will be a concern, but we should be prepared for it.
Let's just say Tato was sleeping in his room the entire time.
That's
I
about what we
remember-
said.
I remember there was a time I was at the city, and there were people arguing with the constabulary about the being something called a sovereign citizen. Maybe we could try that.
That would require that any of us citizens, particular domiciles, would.
Did not end well for those people, though. They got
No,
they got arrested and perhaps beaten a little bit for being.
Hello,
Arrested or
Tato.
beaten sounds normal.
You haven't missed much,
That's good.
except for Elysian challenging the DM.
Again.
It's our running gag of sorts.
Because I would very much not to like have 1,000,001 things wrong with my character.
Are you saying that there is something wrong with somebody being female?
There's no, I'm not even going to do it this time.
You're getting baited into the worst thing
Yes,
ever.
yes, I'm not having this argument on the stream.
Women are cool.
Yes, they are.
Well, Tato, it has been a few days to catch you up on what little has happened. We decided that you've been spending this time recovering from, blood loss and disease and such. You finally wake up feeling much, much better. Still a little worn out just a bit, but you don't have any points of exhaustion or anything.
How does my stump feel?
Your
It's
stump
not a stump.
feels actually quite good. It seems that the leg,
Magical.
the magical leg, has basically fused with your stump in a way that, the phantom pains of a missing limb aren't actually there because, well, as far as your body's concerned, you still have a limb.
Yay!
You do still
Alright,
need to
Tato.
learn how to use it, though.
Tato tries to just walk on it.
It feels very awkward and weak. I don't know if you've ever been, on crutches for a couple weeks.
I have.
Then it's basically that kind of situation. The leg just can't support your body just yet. However, you do have a doting fiance to escort you around.
Am I in a wheelchair?
No.
No, of course not. We didn't make a wheelchair. We didn't steal one of the wheelchairs on our way out.
No, you were carried.
Right. That's okay. I can just be cradled in my girlfriend's arm.
She's fiance now.
Fiance's arms.
Yeah.
Reminds me, does that mean you're moving about the cabin? Or mansion? Technically, it's a cabin now.
Can I use my sheath's longsword as a cane or something? Or my spear?
Spear,
You could
yes.
borrow Elysian's 10-foot pole.
Disclaimer not. And yes, he would absolutely borrow it. Speaking of
I think
which,
for now I'll
so
use my
proud
spear
of
like
my
a cane.
grandson. He's going to get married. We've got to tell grandma and mom, and it's just so good.
You're not having great grandchildren though. I think she's past that. I think I'm past that too. I don't want to take care of a kid. What do you think, honey? You don't want to take care of a kid, do you? You've already been through that.
Give me a percentile roll in the tower, high or low.
I don't like the sound of this. I'm gonna go for low. Oh, I rolled a d20. My bad.
And
of
in
course
the
it's a
tower,
one.
which is
I
that thing
said
in
in the
bottom right.
tower.
Yeah, I will warn
Right.
you. Last time I made a roll like this, I ended up with twins.
I said low, so hopefully I rolled low. Honey,
And that's how
No,
this
baby.
octuplet.
I wanted to have a dozen.
One
We
doesn't keep
Minotaur
related.
have litters, you know.
no, I did not know that. I actually have a lot to learn about minotaurs.
Oh, did you know you're getting married too?
Yeah.
Actually, Malia Upsato, I had a question for you. On the doilies, did you want ivory doilies on a snow white tablecloth, or snow white doilies on an ivory tablecloth?
I vote for the latter one.
No, you always go snow top on top of things, okay?
Neither. Ivory tables.
I don't believe you can afford that, Tato. You're quite heavily in debt now. You know this, right?
Oh, right. I have a
Speaking
curse
of
on my
which-
pocket. On all of my gold. Just gone. And I bet it was transferred through that gem that was thrown at my head.
I don't know. I've heard of people who are so far in debt that the banks have to give them money, or else they'll go further in debt.
I think that's a myth.
Surely, such practice could ever exist. It would be absolutely ridiculous. Why one could charge up an excessive amount of debt, perhaps in the name of, I don't know, some storefront or another, and then collect on the bank's money and start over someplace else.
And technically, the church kind of, no, they're taking his majesty Meiji. So, I mean, the moment he touches it, it touches him. It kind of just, if it's under his name and whatnot.
It's more of some manner of motorized vehicle or automated vehicle, like an automated wagon. They're the ones that take the money and,
Wait, honey, don't minotaurs go through menopause too?
Oh no, baby. We could go years without seeing a mate. So we have to be fertile until we actually, pass away.
So, thus do you no longer have children?
Wait, would it not be menopause?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can skewer you.
What do you call a minotaur child, though?
Calf?
We call them calves.
I was right.
In our case, we'll probably call them dead cowbies.
I'm
Oh.
sorry. I'm sorry. Zim, could you say that again, but not in her voice? I just didn't understand.
Dead cowbies?
Why dead?
Well, I was hoping somebody would get that reference.
I don't get it. Sorry. It went over my head.
Now, I'm waiting for the
forgot.
chat. I will give 500 Z coins to whoever knows that reference.
I don't know what the reference was. What was the word
Dead
again?
cowbies?
Can it be somebody not in the chat?
Yeah. He wants this.
I mean, if you know it, then yeah, I can tell you. And then I'll give you the
It's
coins.
from that World of Warcraft skit when the Minotaur marries the undead.
Well, technically Taran, but yeah. They had dead
Sorry.
cowbies.
I was referring to the particular race where referencing in this case?
No, they won't be called dead cowbies here.
Wet cowbies, maybe. Arctic cowbies? He's an Arctic seal, right?
He's a harp
Potatoes.
seal, so we'll call
Kato's
them.
race is known as a king seal.
We'll call them harpicows.
Harp cows.
There we go.
Harp cows.
So, back to the important question.
What are you gonna name your
Was
first
that
child?
ivory on white, or white on ivory?
Obviously, it's white on ivory. Okay, you want snow on top of the.
Alright, I will begin preparations. When are you planning to hold the reception? And how many people would you like to invite? It's important to get the invitations out early so that the interested parties can shop for a wedding gift.
Jim will pipe up, of course. I want to cook. I call cooking
yes,
all
we
of
will need
it.
to hire a caterer, and we will need a florist as well. Have you met with your dressmaker yet, Ms. Proudhoof?
Dressmaker.
Dressmaker.
I have not. I was thinking I'd use the dress from the ball.
It was a good dress.
That was a most non-traditional piece, but if you wish to work in that direction, perhaps, well, if you still have the potion which applied to the effect, Tato could wear the same gown he himself had. It would be something like reliving a date as part of the wedding. That's a thing people do from time to time.
Oh God. Where do you want to have the wedding? Like, do we want to go back to your home country?
My home country is far to the south. Underground as well.
It'll be a while until we actually get there.
Why don't we just have the wedding on the Great Glacier?
Because I really want to. meet my family.
Lily, you wouldn't happen to have been born in the Underchasm, would you?
Not in the underchasm. It was in the underdark.
That's
Ugh.
not really so bad. Thank you for clearing that up.
Do you share a hatred for drow like I do?
They are annoying pests.
Close enough.
We'll get married at your grandma's.
Works for me, honey. I really want to meet your family one day, though. That's gonna be
One
awesome.
day. Right
I'll-
now, we're
I'll
going to
send
see
out
Tato soon.
Invitations.
Yay! That's
We'll
gonna be the
assume-
best day of my life.
We'll assume that you give proper directions and such. She pulls out a tiny little purse. You're not exactly sure where she kept it, but you've got the feeling it was in between her bosom. And she starts pulling out a bunch of gold coins. Far more than what, could actually be held in the little purse. But
Is that a purse of holding from Charlotte & Co.? They are fine artisans in their field.
oh yes, I absolutely love my purse.
Tell me, did you get the Crimson line, or have you ordered a custom piece from them? I don't believe I've ever actually seen that particular style.
They gave it to me as a reward for helping them with some counterfeit problems.
Nice. You know, those counterfeit purse makers, those are as bad as the counterfeit toy makers.
Or toy makers that steal people's likenesses.
Or toy makers that steal people. Yes. But we won that lawsuit.
Doesn't stop the knockoffs, though.
Yeah. It doesn't.
I'm still waiting for my plushie to arrive in the Vale.
Mine too.
I mean, you guys did see some knockoff toys, and they are frightening.
Yeah, like some of them, the eyes are on wrong, so it's like one eye is pointing one way, the other eye is pointing another way. It's like looking at a bad ice cream stick that's supposed to have a character's face.
Oh, like the spider guy.
Neon, that is horrifying. I mean, that could only be one of two things, one of which is not okay to even mention on here, but otherwise, horrifying.
That reminds me of a novel.
That makes me think of the movie How Mom and Dad Saved the World. Where
Who
there's
called
a,
me forgettable?
Where there's a
Surely.
hand grenade.
No, that was
It's the ultimate weapon.
I thought Zim was.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, I am the ultimate weapon.
No, the unforgettable part. We called him.
I did not call him what?
Who called who forgettable? That's what I'm looking in the Fist of Furry chat. They're like, who called who forgettable?
I'm pretty sure he was alone in calling you forgettable.
I did not say that. I said no such thing. It was both you, Zale, and somebody in chat.
Okay, but who called who? Who was the recipient of being forgettable?
You.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, hey, Cupcake's gonna be here.
Yay!
Well, are we still? Well, yeah, just in time for the door puzzle.
Speaking of which, while we've been talking, we've probably been slowly drifting towards the closed river gate. So,
Oh, yes, you have.
how'd that go?
Well, your boat, you all kind of just feel a slight bump as the boat just kind of casually bumps into the gate.
Brum will wander up on deck.
There is a dock nearby. Nobody
Is there
does
anybody approaching us? Anybody yelling
You're in
at
the
us?
middle of a
Anybody
river.
looking at us? Yeah.
There are people, there are a few dock workers, mostly soldiers that are on the docks. They seem to be going about various business. There's a small line of ships waiting to go through the gate. They are lined up. They are lined up alongside the dock, but there's still room to get to the dock itself.
Nim, if you could maneuver the vessel over to the docks, I believe we need to secure entry beyond.
All right. Nim will, maneuver the boat over using his gem. It bumps up into the dock and just kind of sits there now, unmoving, because it's magic and doesn't actually need to be held in place or anything. One of the dock workers comes up. This one, not a soldier, more of a clerk. He comes up. He does have two soldiers behind him. And what is your business here?
Travelers, we're on our way to the Great Glacier. This is a pit stop.
Tato, did you go out on deck then?
Oh, I thought everybody did. If I didn't specify, then no.
I mean, if
Just
everybody's
retcon what I
going
said.
out, then go for it. That's fine. I just need to know.
If the boat stopped, it means we're not rocking and rolling anymore, which means Tato won't get sick. Yeah.
Okay. Tato, as soon as you walk out, one of those gems flies out from the air and smacks you upside the head.
This better be from Grandma.
Is that what I hear? Our grandma got run over
You
by a
pick
reindeer?
it up and it starts.
Actually, no. I'm sorry. Hold on. I gotta make this funny to accentuate this. So, when it hits Tato's head, it doesn't fall on the ground. It kind of just squishes in there. Tato's a very squishy person.
It also somehow kind of gets caught up in your hair.
Yeah.
There's a very strong tug towards the top of your head by your hair. I assume you're trying to pull it out.
Oh, no. I'm gonna try to pull it out without losing my fingers.
I mean, you don't know about the thing on your head yet.
Okay, then I'm just gonna try and pull it out.
So yeah, there's a little bit of resistance, but it does eventually come away.
Oh, I hope that didn't ruin the message any. Okay, let's, I forget what I do with this again. Open.
It lights up and starts playing. Why did you take my legs, sir?
They were forced on me. I didn't have a choice.
I was
Yeah. And
looking
he throws
forward
it.
to having 2 legs again, like the other kids. And
Alright.
the legs.
Alright, so
gone
he already
now,
yeeted it. I'm
and-
sorry. When I went he yeeted it. He threw it in the ocean already.
This
You
is
can
what was
talk with-
playing
like your-
before you could do that.
Oh, okay.
And what you're
I mean,
hearing
Mom
as
and I-
it's sailing through the air. I just wanted to be able to run and play and...
Gurgle, gurgle, gurgle.
Was that even two-way? I don't know. I'm annoyed now. That was annoying.
No, most such messages are one direction. Still, that poor child.
I mean, yeah, I feel bad for the kid, but it's not my. It's like I want to say it's not my fault.
As
and
you're
it's not.
saying this,
I mean,
another one smacks you upside the head.
ow! What the? One of these is gonna kill somebody, and then you'll have a huge lawsuit.
A female's...
Actually, I've been. Go ahead.
Can you please not slap my stupid grandson?
A female's voice speaks up. You should be ashamed of yourself. My son had been waiting for months and years to get those, and you just take one? What kind of hero does that to a child?
I
Tato
think
lost
it's a valid point.
Tato lost hero status.
No, that hospital's just throwing me under the bus for their mistake.
It's technically
not
true.
I wasn't even conscious when they put it on me. Okay,
And a
I
third
was-
gem smacks
if
you
I were-
upside the head.
Jesus!
This one with a lot more force than the others, enough to actually cause you to, get thrown down onto the ground.
Poof. Ow! I hope that didn't exacerbate my stump at all.
No, your stump feels fine.
Okay, good. I'm gonna get a concussion.
You did a terrible thing. My son will have his vengeance.
I
That's
didn't actually
all
do
it
anything!
says.
Achievement get personal nemesis. Oh yes.
That must have been a real rich family.
Okay.
I could afford 2 robotic legs. Yeah, they were rich.
If that hospital is gonna throw me under the bus like this, then I am going to sue.
Yeah, I know, but you can be. Well, you can't get countersued, thankfully, but you can actually still go to jail for theft.
I wasn't conscious when I was escorted out. I was in the middle of a hallucination. There were
they
there were
they
demons, man.
admitted their mistake, and were going to rectify it.
Until your girlfriend kidnapped you out of the building, and
So,
Yeah, but they were gonna kill me. I was dying there. They were going to kill me.
they weren't going to
Yeah,
kill you
Will.
by removing the fake leg.
It would have caused severe damage, but it wouldn't have killed you.
Yeah.
Brum will kneel down beside Tato, kneel very far. Don't worry, friend Tato. There's nothing we can do to the situation at present that will do anything but make it worse.
You're right. You're right.
All you can do now is continue on as best you can, and one day...
Brum,
when the
give me a
opportunity
dexterity
arises-
saving throw.
What?
the next note is coming, by the way.
Oh
Yes, it
God!
is.
Brum,
If it
you
isn't
hear
them-
a whistling through the air and move to the side as a fourth gem slams into Tato's side. Right in the gut.
Why didn't I get a dexterity saving throw?
Because Brum is blocking your line of sight.
Oh, okay. I meant for the
And,
other times, but
Wait,
okay.
technically, Braum is shorter, though.
Well, whenever you can, the opportunity should arise, you will need to make amends as best you can.
This one starts playing. I hope that you are enjoying the fine craftsmanship I put into your new leg. If you do have any requirements for upgrades or other services, please do not hesitate to reach out to Dr. Neon Ivek. Thank you for your business and have a great day.
These people don't listen very well. These people have poor listening skills.
No, I think they listen great. I think that they just don't care.
Or
I'll go with
are
that.
or are evil actually evil?
Unfortunately, no. More likely, it is simply the cogs of bureaucracy. See, the larger a machine of society becomes, the more difficult it is to track and deal with on an individual basis, each part, each
What?
piece, each person. And unfortunately, those personal touches are lost.
That's fair. That's a good explanation.
Also, that hospital seemed to have a very low quality of service, shall we say, and I would not recommend going there again. I gave them half a star in my Yelp review because they actually did solve your condition.
Not Yelp. It's Yip.
Yep.
Yes, my Yelp review.
They call it Yip View.
Oh, is that what they're calling it these days? Thank you,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know. My Yelp view.
And it's half a centipede.
This was like when I was role playing one time and I had my character eating a bag of yeet.
This last gem, by the way, is a specially designed one. It is, whereas the others were purple in color, this one is actually blue. The gem
color.
does speak up in a, your typical robotic
I need
voice.
to be right back.
If you would like to reply to this message, please speak now, or you may stow this gem away and relay your message at a later date to return to sender.
Ah, that is a marvelous example of magical technology. Why, not only would it need to have a second message spell cast upon it to return the word the recipient, but for the teleportation spell with the target designed, also to return to the original sender, which is actually quite difficult to fine-tune.
When you said teleportation spell, the only thing that came to mind was a mishap where it winds up, like, inside of Tato's stomach. It just teleports inside of him. Instead of getting flung across.
I don't know if they have that in 5th.
I mean, they can have
A
whatever
gem
I want them
teleported
to.
inside of me? I have a gem inside me?
No, you don't.
No.
Not right now.
Oh, not right now. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Exactly. I like that explanation, Neon. So yeah, Tato, you are able to make requests of Neon for upgrades to your leg.
When you get money.
Money. Or at least until I can, successfully sue the place and end the course.
You don't have the same lawyer anymore. So, good luck with that.
What will
I'm
you
gonna
sue them
say
for
you will be
exactly?
fighting one hell of an uphill battle on that. Because,
Oh, yeah.
it's... as far as the city's concerned, you stole a leg from a kid.
Yeah, that's the story the hospital's giving.
So you're gonna have to really fight an uphill battle to, bring them
It is
around
quite
to
hard
your
to
way.
change opinion from 100 miles away.
Had we not fled, but had instead remained in the hospital, have based this case, but as we absconded with the limb in question, I believe any jury would likely stiffen your penalties if we attempted to bring this to public court. And any private judicial system would undoubtedly rule in favor of the richer party, which in this case is the city.
Maybe we should change the name of this group to Fists of Phoenix. Phoenix,
Oh.
right?
I
So-
understood the joke, but it wasn't good.
Tato, I can send these gems at you all day long.
We've already had this discussion. He wasn't here for it, though.
Can my character invest in a
Helmet?
tennis racket? I was thinking tennis racket, but okay, helmet too. Actually, we all should have been wearing helmets. It's kind of dumb that we don't. You know how many
We
head
are
injuries?
just living in a Warhammer 40k universe.
Oh, right. The people who wear helmets are the first ones to die.
That is correct.
Anyways, so you are at the dock, and the dock worker, the clerk comes up. You said that you're travelers, right?
Yeah, this is a pit stop on our way. This is our wagon. It changes into a boat.
I
Turn that into a
see.
song.
I see. And I require your identities, please.
We are the heroes of what's it called?
Well, master.
We are a group of adventurers heading from the city of Molemaster, last full port call.
We
The Heroes
Good.
of Mole Master,
Such was the title the group was given at one
Our
point in its
community grows.
adventuring history.
I see. Then please wait here. I will be right back.
Can I just give them my credentials as a soldier for what's it called, or what that thing of a problem?
I mean, he seemed to accept the answer that you are that you are the Heroes of Mole Master.
No, let's just hope there aren't any arrest warrants.
The gate begins to open, letting the line of ships waiting through. As the gate reaches its full opening and the line starts to make its way through, Only part of the gate actually opened. It seems to be in sections to control the flow of water traffic. And as it does open, a squad of soldiers starts making their way down the dock towards your ship.
I was concerned about this. We should be ready to leave if necessary, but nobody panic.
I agree. We should be patient.
The clerk comes up between the line of soldiers. There are about 20 of them. We have an arrest warrant for one Tato. His description seems to match the one in your presence.
What would Grandma do in this situation?
You're supposed to hide in the heat.
May I hear the reading of the charges?
As if on cue. Tato, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Thank you. Oh, yeah.
This time you hear the whistling through the
Do
air.
I catch it in midair?
No, don't catch it. Don't.
You dodge out of the way.
Okay.
And it does a sharp 180 turn and flies back to smack you in the head where you moved to.
Ow!
They are designed to make it to the person wherever they may be. Which is why I didn't Which is why I didn't give you a dexterity saving throw before, because, you know, you can't avoid him.
Okay.
Tato? Is this thing on? Tato?
Yes.
Tato? Okay, it seems to be working. Where are you? Why are you taking so long, and what happened to your leg? You had better get up here right away, or else!
Oh God, it's the placeholder voice. Oh God, it's Grandma. She is.
I move to say that any punishment you can possibly give Tato will never be as bad as the punishment his grandma will give.
That would be a persuasion roll.
Don't forget the milk!
She did ask you for milk. This is true.
Oh yes, I remember.
We don't know his grandmother.
He's bringing the whole cat.
May I inquire? Charges.
The charges are for theft of property from a child.
I believe that particular charge has already been leveled, and a curse enacted to punish the individual. He will be atoning for this crime, possibly for the rest of his life. Unless he can rob a dragon's hoard. That might do it.
I mean, let's
Dragon
not
Hunt's one of my top hunts.
let's not forget, you know, interest.
Yes, interest has been applied to the debt. The debt has been levied against the individual in question by, I presume, the family to which the child belonged. If you were to arrest this individual at this time, you would be interfering with his ability to restore that debt, and therefore pay back his crime against the family.
Technically, if he's already getting charged for it, he shouldn't be charged for theft. He's paying for it legally.
Very nice. I suppose that is acceptable. There is a 5 gold entry fee for going through the gate.
Tato-
Brum pays the fee.
Tato has Lily take him outside to meet with the guard. Like, listen.
You're already outside.
You're
Okay.
already outside.
Yeah, but we're
You're
not.
already saved from the debt, so don't put your
Uh,
foot in your mouth.
Tato, I would leave things as they are, please. We are getting passage through when needed.
Fine. Fine. I'll shut
Also,
up.
do not put your new magical foot in your mouth just yet.
Ha.
Yes, it
good
probably
one.
contains a number of chemicals from its manufacture that would be less than healthy for you.
Oh yeah, I should probably clean this thing. Is there like a?
I would figure Brahm, of all people, would understand that joke, but I'm probably assuming too much.
Why would he understand it of all the people in the world?
I think he, of all the people in the world, would get accused of putting their foot in their mouth.
Understand what now? The concept
So,
of love.
Payment of the docking and entry fee.
After receiving the payment, he waves you towards the line of ships. Nim will lead the, it will, drive the ship over. And it sits there for about 2 or 3 hours before you're finally actually through the gate.
There, you see, Elysian, another example of a situation in which a 10-second talk timer would be detrimental to our health.
Okay, yeah, you made your point. That doesn't change the fact that when you open your mouth, I still want you to shut it.
You can simply say that you don't want to talk anymore.
Yes, I could. Okay, I'll say that next time.
Sorry, Grandpa's cranky.
Are you sure you want to call your grandpa cranky right now? Because I will very much turn this boat around and drag you right back there.
No, you will not.
Not recommend that action. We have, after all, already paid the fee to pass through the gate.
I'm just gonna.
No, I'm king. I'll just spank you a bunch.
Wrong. Very wrong. No. Bad. That's only reserved for Lily.
I don't think you want her to do that either, honestly, but...
You don't know me.
She gives a very toothy grin and slaps you in the
Delicious.
rump. It's hard enough
Oh,
to
God.
carry you a few feet away.
Whew, baby. That was so bad.
Don't die.
I'm already doing it. That was funny. Okay, so we're all paid. We're ready to go.
Oh, you're
Then
through the gate
time-
now.
Okay,
Yeah, you're through the gate.
so we're
And
just
sailing
drifting
along.
then. We're sailing away. I don't know.
You
the
missed the
rest of that
Cartman
song.
sailing song.
Set an open course for the ocean blue. Or whatever it is. I don't know the lyrics either. And yet I try to sing it constantly. I should really learn them.
So, some lyrics I don't remember.
Anyways, the ship is sailing. I suppose I should pull up the map so I have an idea of where you're actually going. It's still going to be another About another 5 days or so of travel before you finally reach Bloodstone Village.
All right. Nim, you and I just need to sit and watch Yu Yu Hakusho one day.
We can do that someday.
Good.
Potentially tomorrow.
Let me see if I'm doing tomorrow. It is...
But we can
tomorrow's
figure
Saturday.
that out later.
Sure. Like, I could just start like a rabbit for it, and we could like invite everybody in and watch it all together. Make a whole
And,
thing out of it.
you know, figure out how well I can possibly do with your grandmother's voice.
You can call her Yama. It's okay.
And yes, Dr. Vec is listening. You can send your request for upgrades to your leg. Is anybody doing anything in particular during the 5 days of travel?
Occasionally checking the black candle. Other than that, practicing with the polearm more.
With help from Lily, Tato is going to work on physical rehabilitation for his leg, and also sharpen all of his equipment with his whetstone.
I will take
Brum.
the time to practice my calisthenics, ensure that I have performed my daily cleaning rituals, and practice the way of the fivefold fist. There we go.
I'm training in the training room. What the hell?
Well, there's Azeroth, who I was going to ask for next, and Brum.
Is planning the wedding.
Playing with my hammer.
Since we're holding it at the Great Glacier, he's going to start sending out messages to some of his contacts in the shipping industry, see if they can get the various accoutrements required into the area on time.
Are you
Also,
looking
he'll
to
be-
rent or buy?
Renting is a little difficult on a distant event such as this, so they may end up having to purchase some of them, but where possible, he'll rent. He will also speak with the groom and bride about music selection and whether they would like to bring in additional bridesmaids or simply rely on Chenzi and perhaps that elusive twin sister.
You can just call me Elysian. That's my name. There's no twin sister.
Whether the groom would like to wear a tuxedo or slip into the dress that she wore on the night they attended the party.
Hey, look,
Speaking of
it's the
bridesmaids.
bridesmaid. Jinx.
Well, this is mostly
Bridesmaid.
between you two because, you know.
No, we'll assume most of the details will be taken care of off camera, but
Yeah.
he'll spend the entire 5 days planning the wedding. Ooh, he'll bring Ignacio into it. Yes.
Between training.
Actually, to make
help
things simpler and more cost-effective, because I don't think anybody in the party has much gold outside of Nim, or should I say Shrek. Perhaps plan to have the wedding in the mansion and provide whatever decorations and props, is a word, are required that the mansion can emulate, be so emulated.
I got a question.
Hmm?
Does our wagon have defenses?
Not
Like,
yet.
Him.
If,
Oh.
let's say, we came across pirates or any kind of raiders, really, how are we going to protect this thing? Just with ourselves?
Yep.
Pretty much.
We're going to throw you at them as a human missile.
Rotational guard duty. Oh yeah.
I was thinking of something. We should get like some kind of ballista thrower or something. I don't know.
Why would you want to throw a ballista? It's like throwing a crossbow.
Just a really big crossbow.
That would be a ballista.
Yes. Then the ballista. Whatever. Listen. I don't English very well.
Inglesu.
No hablo inglés. No hablo.
Anyway,
Anyway,
It's a
that's
conference
Brum's
call.
activity.
also cannons. Give that bitch.
The gem that you got from Dr. Vec kind of starts lighting up suddenly, Tato.
Eh?
You know, the message gem?
Yeah, I know. That was Tato's response.
Ah, yes, I
He-
would be more than happy to provide the defenses that you require for your wagon.
Is this two-way? Hey, doctor.
There is no response.
Okay. Okay, guys, we got a wagon engineer apparently. This is great. Let's get some cannons on our ship.
Actually, I believe the term is alt. They are significantly different.
Well,
Your standard
mean-
engineer.
yeah, but he has doctor in his name, so maybe he's a doctor of artificing. A doctor of artifacts? Doctor of...
An
Doctor
artificer is one who combines the aspect of technology and magic to create a new field. An engineer is one who works exclusively with technology, mathematics.
So he's a magitech engineer.
I suppose one could phrase it that way, but I've never heard it called that.
That's just what came to mind, really.
You shouldn't make up words, Tato. It's not very nice.
Making up words is how we have language.
He has a point.
It's not even rude.
In fact, it is how language.
Yes, but if you choose to do so in the middle of a conversational partner, how would you feel? Am I made up two words that I would then have to explain and define to you?
Technically, as long as you overly use them, it'll come common.
I
A
mean,
word
man,
must
I'm
be
just...
spoken 7,000 times before it enters popular use.
Hey, man, I'm just saying it in a way that makes sense to me. You know?
He is a hero. Technically, as long as he's on the pedestal loud enough, he can make any word real.
I'm not on a pedestal.
Do I have an image of the statues you have made of you in Fable where you're wearing... Moving on.
All right. So you travel north for a while before the river flows towards the west and then begins moving more towards the south. Eventually, you wind up outside what is known as Bloodstone Village. The village itself is a bit more than a village, though it is not as impressive as you would expect from a capital. There is a large palace behind the village. It is a rather small place. Ah, Shenzi! Hello!
Hello.
Shenzi, our only Shenzi. We missed you so. Welcome
Yeah,
back.
actually, we need your opinion on something. And nobody's willing to give me a firm answer.
I have given you a firm answer.
Yes, but you're not the groom. The doilies. We can either do ivory doilies on a white tablecloth, or white doilies on an ivory table.
Oh, goodness.
Ivory tablecloth, please. White
no,
doily.
Thank
no,
you.
always put the snow on top of the.
Here's the thing, okay? I, according to my people, am an abomination. So I don't care what other people think of me or their traditions.
All these gay people and not a single one that understands fashion.
Great fun! Right, Boo?
Actually, I had the opportunity of observing the most spectacular item. It was this cloak, colored in all the hues of the rainbow, and it was holding the conversation with its owner that it was most fashion forward. It had the best opinion on everything that I'd ever heard.
That
My
sounds nice.
tailors from around the city were meeting with this individual simply to garner the opinion of his accessory.
Was the cloak magical?
Cloaks don't normally talk, Tato. Yes, it was a magic cloak.
Is this that gay cloak you guys were talking about like 3 sessions past?
I don't. What?
That, well, Brum describes it as that was actually in reality super annoying.
It
What?
wouldn't shut up.
No, it
No
wouldn't.
wonder why Brum got
Especially when what did we do? Add a lesbian cap
A
to it or
lesbian
something?
hat.
A lesbian hat? Wait, what?
I was confused. I didn't realize it was the cloak itself talking. Oh my god.
I don't remember this, or was this another game?
This was a different game.
Okay.
Okay.
Long, long ago.
In a galaxy far, far away. Anyways, Bloodstone Village, again, it's not really a capital, but it's a capital mostly because, you know.
It has been named as the civic center of this land.
What are you all doing?
We're at a new capital.
We just gotta keep moving. Let's turn the boat back into a wagon and continue on forward to Grandma's.
This is probably the last opportunity you will have to pick up the milk she requested.
Oh, right.
We also need to stop by the post office, Tato. Have you settled on the guest list for the wedding?
Oh yeah, we do.
Other than you guys and Grandma, and, you know, her family, my mom, my dad, I didn't really have any Kingsfield friends. They all thought I looked weird.
Of course, I have no idea where my parents are, so I can't invite.
No, you have two options for your bridesmaid, unless you would like to invite someone else. We could either have Shenzi do it, or you could have Eddie.
I'm sorry, who was Eddie again?
Ellie. Ellie is Elysian's twin sister.
No,
Lol.
I thought you said Eddie.
no.
There have been some more forward societies that will accept men. in the place
Elysian
of the
goes to
bridesmaid.
his room, comes back, holds up the dress. See this dress, Brum?
Yes, that is the dress that Ellie was wearing when I first met her.
Okay, I want you to pay close attention to what happens. He puts on the dress.
Oh dear. It
Nothing
looks like
happens.
You're doing some crossplay.
Yes, you don't worry, Elysian. You look very nice wearing it.
Shenzi, can you make sure the enchantment's still on it?
Does your
How
bride
would
approve of this?
I roll to check for that?
It would be an Arcana check. Shenzi, you do detect a magical aura about the dress.
Yeah, you should be good.
Looks like the dress
Yeah.
only works on special events.
I guess so. See, everybody else can tell you that I don't have a twin sister.
Miss
No.
Proudhoof, would you prefer the services of Ellie or Jen bridesmaid?
Oh, I think
I'm not too.
I'm pretty open to either one. Perhaps both.
That is an option, certainly.
No, it's not. There's only.
Nim will speak up, of course, you know. He's got to have an opinion here. You know, I really think that Ellie wore that better. You should go get your sister and have her wear the dress.
He'd go throw the dress into the lake.
Oh, wow.
There, no more Ellie.
Bye, Ellie.
You killed Ellie?
That's the origin of the Lady of the Lake.
SMH, man. SMH.
I suppose that leaves Shenzi as your bridesmaid, as Ellie no longer has a dress to wear for the occasion.
I think Kenzie would have more fun with it anyway.
Tato, have you selected your
actually,
best man?
My best man. You.
Oh, I'm honored, but before you make that selection, you will need to choose someone to officiate the wedding. I believe our friend Azeroth is invested in that power by his faith in Tempest. I myself possess the proper authority as well.
Elysian would
Tato
quickly
then
fish the dress back up with his pole, solely because the dress is actually useful nonetheless. Leave it out to dry.
But do you successfully get it? For all you know, it sunk or got eaten. Or,
I do
or
it
turned the
immediately
water
after
female.
I let go of it.
Whatever. Tato will turn to Lily. How do Minotaur weddings?
I have no fucking clue.
I figured you wouldn't. You're gonna have to make it up, don't you?
I am too tired for this shiz.
Tato's
I'm
like,
running
I
on
have to-
fumes.
Do I gotta get you a really nice nose ring? Is it nose rings?
No, just a standard ring would be fine.
What's your ring size?
That's a good question.
She got big fingers.
300.
Okay, 300.
I am... I'm gonna hurt you.
Just come up with these details on the spot, why don't you? Why? Because that's the kind of fashion Minotaurs typically go for, nose rings. I mean, that's what I've seen anyway, out of males.
Are you calling me a male? I am clearly a female.
No.
It is quite obvious, Tato. Perhaps we should have your eyes checked.
Not at all.
Actually, males and females both usually do the nose ring. It just depends on what you're going for.
No, it's just that I've never before before meeting you, I've never met a female Minotaur.
We're taking you to the temple. You need checked.
Fact.
Oh. Well, My eyesight actually works way better underwater.
By the way, the ship is now docking. Nim is paying
Cool.
the 5 silver docking fee. And, well, now you can go ashore into Bloodstone Village. If you wish.
We should definitely go to the village. It is our last repose, and we can stock up. And I believe
Yay!
I should probably get a healer's kit too.
How long is the milk gonna last, though? And how much milk does she want? I think 2 gallons should be enough, maybe 3. You know what? I'll get 3.
Yeah, I would ask Nim if the mansion contained the refrigerator or stasis unit capable of keeping it indefinitely. Otherwise, just freeze it.
Yeah, okay.
No, Neon. Just no.
I'll do it for $200.
Only
You know what?
200?
Actually,
Wow.
yeah. If you donate $200 to the channel, absolutely that will happen.
Yeah. At least then it'll cover the what
You
you
can cover the therapy.
It
Oh,
would
yeah,
be
it would.
permanent. Yeah. Yeah, for that it would be permanent.
There is no undo button on that.
I have undo buttons. I want one. So, back to question. Whom do you wish to officiate the wedding? A priest
You're
of Tempest or a graduate of the College of Bards?
I think you would go with the Priest of Tempest. Not to say anything wrong with
It's
Brum.
possible that crickets could also officiate if that power lies within the Monastery of the Yellow Rose. I'm not certain.
I do not think so. However, as I was going to say, I think if we had the bard if we had Bram the bard do the wedding, it might be like a 3 to 4 day ceremony.
I have only
Oh,
prepared
that
a portion of the speech so far. I require some additional paper before I may write the rest.
Okay. When you say, oh god, I want you to keep your speech to 3-page minimum.
How small can the writing be for him?
Yeah, are you going to set? Are you going to set margins and you know, font size and stuff?
1,500 word minimum.
Oh,
I'll
minimum.
meet that minimum
Okay.
with no issue.
Minimum. What, you need a
Personally, I
maximum?
think we should just give him
Curtis,
margin.
I
So,
meant maximum.
you have
So
got
big
1,500
that-
word maximum, I meant.
too late. You can't take it back. Curtis,
Yes, I can.
expect that. I'm sure you can pull off that paper.
I'll
That's
tell you what.
that's okay. That's
I
okay.
have,
I have a
6-hour plane flight on the 3rd with a 2-hour layover. I will have plenty of time to write the speech.
Perfect.
I have a solution. We just make the margins so large that he only has inches to write in.
Issue with that, friend Elysian, is I'm not typing this. Everything is handwritten.
Yes, but the margins only leave you an inch by
It
inch
just so
square.
happens I have some 20-foot pages over here. 3-page maximum, you said, 1,500 minimum. These were originally designed for continental maps, but I can make do.
You know what?
Have you ever considered writing on linen? You could use a sail, or perhaps the top of the boat.
Technically, I don't think you want
Okay.
a Tempest wedding. I mean, there is
I
blood
don't.
in there somewhere.
I don't, and I want to tell you why. Because I don't really have much respect for the gods.
Oh well. Win some,
So yeah, Brum, I'll let you officiate my wedding. And you know what? Go nuts with the speech. Open
I
door
will try
philosophy.
to do you proud, friend Tater. It will be a
Just ask
wedding,
for-
remember. And now you choose a best man.
My best man. Well, you know what? I may not have much respect for the gods, but I got a lot of respect for you, Azeroth.
No. Well,
So,
wanna
Zim,
double
would
back.
you be my best man?
oh. So-
I'm kidding, I'm kidding. You both my best men.
Can't spell best man without best right here.
You're
Man.
both best. Both of you.
I think we both will fill the man part though.
No, the both of you are going to be my best man.
What about man and
Nim.
best?
Nim and Azeroth. Both of you, best men. What do you think? This
Sounds
isn't going to
good.
be a normal wedding, okay? I
I
don't
think-
care about normal. Normal sucks.
The
Great.
only thing that
Sounds
worries me
good.
is it seems like you do not seem to understand how plural works.
I said men. M-E-N. Best men.
Oh, okay.
You should have crickets do it.
How
No,
about
that
all
isn't-
three of you?
He's already chosen Brum. It is okay.
No, he chose
Have all-
Azeroth and Nim. And I'd rather you
To be the
guys
best
Oh,
man.
I
play
thought you were
this.
talking about the officiation of the wedding.
I do feel the need to mention that if you have all of the best party members, best men, there will be no audience.
Yeah, so
So what?
it will be
There will be
Az-
an audience.
Audience can be the best man and the bridemen or whatever the word is.
have the Azeroth and crickets do the be the best men, so that way I can focus on DMing the scenario.
Cooking? And the cooking. All right, yeah. Nim, can you cook for my wedding?
I was already planning on it.
Okay, good.
I have several
So-
new recipes I want to try out, and I'm gonna go into the market here shortly and pick up some more meat.
Tell you what, no, we're gonna meet in the middle here. I'm gonna give you some recipes, and you can add your own spin on them, but without changing any meats.
Okay.
Works for me. Whew.
He said nothing about not adding new meats.
No meats.
No
Other
meat at
than
all?
What is? That's not what I meant. I meant no adding any meats.
You didn't say that. That was not part of the original agreement.
Okay. Let me restart.
I will sue you for reneging on our agreement.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Technically,
Oh
if
my.
Let me just.
technically, if you're the one that's signing the contract, then it's not.
How about this, friend Trato? Nim and I will work together on the menu.
You don't eat meat!
No, but I do acknowledge that other people prefer it. I won't divest the table of it. I will simply provide options for all involved. I am familiar with the dietary habits of most of those who will be attending the party. Not as individuals per se, but as members of their species.
Omnivores are the best.
Fine.
omnivores.
I will accept this, I suppose.
Okay, good.
So now Azeroth and Crickets have to plan the bachelor party. Shenzi and Ellie need to plan the bachelorette party. And we got Brum and Nim on cooking.
Huzzah.
Tato still
what
can
was-
go get the milk.
I wonder what areas provide good ale.
Can Tato walk on his leg yet?
Yeah.
It's definitely not combat ready, but you can walk. You just have to be a little careful with the foot placement and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if
Basically,
we
you
ever
hit
actually
a
get to combat-
if you hit a slight ledge or, step on a pebble or something, you're going tumbling to the ground.
All right, so using Tato's using Tato's spear as a kind of walking stick, a cane or something. He'll make his way to the general store just to pick up some milk. How much gold do I even have? I mean, definitely enough for milk, but
Unless there are no cows in the area and all milk has to be imported at great expense.
that would suck.
It would be a-
Or, orcs killed all of the milk cows in the area and milk had to be imported at great expense.
Okay. I'm not that bad on gold.
Really? You
So,
sure
Tato
about
go-
that?
What? Are you addressing me or
Nothing at all.
I'm confused, but okay. Tato will make his way to the general store.
Elysian,
Yeah.
your dress. So you pulled it back out of the water, correct?
Yep.
It is completely dry.
He'd go turn it inside out.
Why?
Because I have a feeling a lot of water got in the bag of holding that's inside of it.
No.
Oh, huh. Nice.
No, it's quite clean.
Good.
You gonna
Hey,
prove to
yo.
Brum that you're a female now?
Hmm?
I mean, Brum
prove
still
your
believes
gender.
that Elysian and Ellie are two different people.
Well, if you're going to make the dress not work in front of Brum, then there's no point, and Elysian just goes to put it back in the drawer.
It's okay. I was a girl once too.
Yes, but you don't have...
Technically, you just had assets up above. The
Yeah,
packet below
and-
remained.
And you don't have a person who thinks that there's actually two people on this boat that are Elysian and Ellie, who we haven't seen Ellie since we left Mole Master.
Oh. Brum, the Ellie is just Elysian in a disguise.
Oh, I'm well aware of that. I'm playing with him.
Oh. Thank
Oh,
goodness.
I think it helps him a little bit if he thinks that we see him as a woman from time to time. Some people have these urges, but are quite embarrassed about them, so they pretend to be someone else. It's not anything to be embarrassed about. We just need to support our friend in his time of confusion, or perhaps
I'm pretty sure that
we
the
just need to support our
Are
friend.
you looking for the word transition?
I was trying not to say it, but yes.
I'm pretty sure
It's up
that
to Elysian
in
which side of this he comes down on, or if he wishes to remain straddling both sides of the issue.
I'm pretty sure that in
If you-
Baldur's Gate, the game, there's actually a belt you can get, which will increase your charisma to 18 and turns you to the opposite gender.
I blame Neo.
Does this mean I'll have two grandmas?
No, it means you'll have a grandma and grandpa.
It means your grandma was in the cross-dressing.
Whatever. I have a grandma and a cross-dressing grandpa. Whatever. I don't.
Your grandma fell
is
for the
just-
trap.
Eh,
That was not a good comment to make. That really. Don't ever actually say that again. Seriously. You are going to anger a lot of people by saying that. Don't do that.
People get triggered.
Oh my.
Anyway, moving on from that. Tato, am I at the general store?
Yes.
And
Okay,
Brum is
good.
right there with you. He needs to pick up a few things. Wants to make sure you arrive safe. Which is how you were able to talk to him about Ellie.
Yes. Very good.
Now remember, Tato, always check the expiration date on the carton before you pick up the milk, and check the ones beside it. Sometimes they will place the sooner expiration date to the front, but as a traveling adventurer, you need to make sure your milk will last as long as possible.
Tato actually listened to Brum because Tato is a friend and listens instead of just getting annoyed and telling him to shut up. Because Brum actually has really insightful things to say. Anyway.
Because I was being an ass there. Thank you so much.
So Brum will just look at the entire cartons. If there is even any milk in there, is there? You need to describe the general store.
The general store contains foodstuffs from all over, as well as it's basically a small Walmart. Actually, I think 7-Eleven would be a better comparison.
Oh God, why'd you have to bring up the worst one? You could have said Wawa.
I don't know what that is.
You could have said Quick Check.
I don't know what
we
that
pretty much
is
only have
either.
7-Elevens. And...
I mean, in my city, there's an intersection with two 7-Elevens right across the street from each other.
That's stupid.
Uh-huh.
Has anyone ever told them that's stupid?
Oh my goodness, no.
Well, you're also talking about a state with a city that has two Walmarts.
Okay, guys. When
That's
I was
up
in
near where Brum normally lives, you know?
No, this is
Yeah,
how bad
and
it was,
it's a
guys. It was
small
a
city.
subway beside a subway across the street from a subway down the street from a freaking gas station that had subways. I do not know what was up with that town in Pennsylvania, but every other corner had a gosh darn subways at it, and it scared me because I did not know what to think. It's like, this is not Starbucks either. Scarred for life for that. I never go to Subway.
Speaking of Subway, if any of you find yourselves in Utah, you should really go up to Logan and go to a place called Logan's Heroes.
Oh, Mouse used to take
That
me
is
there.
such a good fun.
I have no idea what that is.
It's a sub shop, and they make some of the best sub sandwiches I have ever had. Unfortunately, they only take cash.
That's not unfortunate.
Oh.
I mean, it is when you don't usually carry cash. Though I heard that they recently went under new management and ownership and stuff, so maybe they finally take cards. I don't know. Either way, they are delicious.
So,
None shall see me.
Wawa
My battle cry may give
has
me away.
right now something called the Gobbler. And
It looks like the only milk that they have is not your standard cow milk. Well, actually, I guess in this world there isn't really a standard milk. Everybody kind
It's whatever
of...
livestock is locally available. Yeah.
yeah. This in particular is a... is called Nightmare Milk. It is a thick black milk, continuously hot, that tastes subtly of charcoal, but is beloved for its extremely spicy flavor. It doesn't go bad, and it's on sale.
how is this milk?
You'd be surprised what certain city folk will drink. Why, I once passed through a town in one of the desert zones that the primary source of milk was dog milk. and I once asked, since they had goats as well, why it was so popular, and, well, the family I was staying with at the time informed me that dog milk tastes the same whether it's boiled or fresh, so it was more convenient to keep in the warm environment.
You watch way too much Red Dwarf.
Oh god.
I honestly cringed.
Wow.
I just want you to realize not many things makes me cringe. That made me cringe. I've been a furry for like 10 years. Not much makes me cringe. That. My god. Chill up my spine. Dog milk.
Yeah, I'm talking.
Milk is milk. I mean,
Yeah.
What creature does this nightmare milk come from?
That would be a nightmare, actually.
Yes, it comes from a nightmare.
Excuse me.
Oh,
The real question is how does one get through the fire to get to the milk?
oh, they
I
won't.
believe there are certain gloves which will protect the wearer, as well as creatures which are immune to fire, of course.
There's also, they kind of follow the Ponyta rules, where their fire will only burn those that they don't like. So if if you're friends with the horse and such, then they will allow you to harvest their milk.
How does one befriend a nightmare? Do they walk up with an apple? And if they give it to the apple, does it instantly become stir fry?
No, they prefer charcoal or other flammable objects for treats.
A nightmare is ostensibly an evil creature, and therefore relatively few individuals would be able to associate with one on a long-term basis. But there are some who have been known to follow masters who are strong, or as a service in case of a debt.
could an evil creature turn good?
It has very rarely been known to happen.
The way the alignment thing works is more that while most of the species may be evil, not all of them.
I remember like some in some of my 3.5 books, like some creatures, some alignments would say always evil or like always chaotic evil. Like never any room for good or neutrality.
That has mostly gone away. Honestly, with 5th edition, alignment's just kind of on the back burner. It's there, it exists, but they don't really pay that much attention to it. For example, paladins and druids are no longer bound to any particular alignment. They can be whatever alignment they want.
Which is how we could have a Zale Warlock Paladin in one of the flashbacks.
Exactly.
Just going out and get some milk is like a massive task that's completely undoable.
Then
Yeah,
why
I would
did
say-
you think that
Unless-
your grandmother wanted you to do it for her?
You know what? Grandma wants milk. She's getting milk. How much for the nightmare milk?
That would be 5 silver pieces. Because of the sale.
3 gallons.
Although, why would you buy something that has nightmare in the name? Won't it cost
It
the
is
same?
5 silver pieces per gallon.
All right. Tato will pay the 15 silver pieces. And
That would be
3 gallons.
1.5 gold. Because I know somebody...
Okay.
Oh yeah, it was Elysian who didn't understand conversion rates between...
Well, it's like I still have a bunch of silver pieces too.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you know. 1 gold equals 10 silver.
I'm aware.
Wait, what? I thought 1 gold was 5 electrum.
It's actually only 2 electrum.
I'm pretty sure it's 5.
No.
Whatever. I ignored electrum, so screw it.
1 electrum is 5 silver. I still don't understand
Right.
why they put the stupid...
Like I said, I ignored it. I knew it was 5 of something. Regardless, 15 silver pieces for the milk.
Yep.
Aye.
Brum's looking for some sort of small candy that he can wrap into wedding favors to put everybody's placemat.
There is some imported candies brought from Candlekeep.
Ooh.
They are a little more on the pricey side. Being one
Please,
silver.
this is my friend's wedding. We must do the
Go
very
all
best
out.
we can for it.
They are 1 silver per candy. However, there are
Mhm.
decent sized candies. Basically, they have a minty taste to them, but are mostly honey and milk. Cow milk.
Let's see, we have...
Mm-mm. Could always milk
Perhaps.
Tato's girlfriend.
You know what?
No.
We'll buy bulk so that we can make sure we have enough. He'll buy 30 pieces.
He will give you a deal of a dozen for 1 gold.
Perfect. 36 pieces of Candlekeep milk candy. Entering that into his inventory. Gold has been subtracted.
No, Neon. Candlekeep does actually have cows, so, you know, they would use actual cows. And besides, these are imported. The milk and honey are
That's
mixed together and then hardened. They are still rather soft and chewy, but it's a sweet, creamy flavor with, again, just a hint of mint.
Tato will ask the store clerk, when do you get your next shipment of cow milk?
Well, we don't really stock that, as it usually expires before it makes it this far north.
That makes sense.
We do occasionally get a shipment of wolf milk.
That's strange.
And
make
if
it,
you
it gets
really wish it, there is a local orc tribe that is more of a neutral alignment, a neutral party. They do attempt to sell us some of their women's milk, you know. I could acquire some.
Don't worry, Tato. It's possible that we can pick up some milk if we reach the area of the Great Glacier.
Where was Grandma expecting me to get milk?
Presumably back in Mulmaster, they had access to dairy cows. When she first asked you to pick it up.
Oh. Now
I
I
forgot.
feel like an ass.
It
She's
wasn't
gonna
the-
be so mad. I mean, maybe she'll let me get away with the milk of a nightmare, but it's probably not what she asked for.
Okay. Are we finished with the convenience?
Yes, let's just go.
One more stop for Brum. He needs to visit the post office.
Fine.
Brum has letters for the family of Ms. Lily Proudhoof, the parents of Tato and Tato's grandmother, detailing the wedding. He has hand calligraphied wedding invitations. I'll give you a skill check for those. What do I have? How about performance? Can I give you a performance for
That'll work, yes.
Just make sure the handwriting isn't too fancy. You know, we want to make sure they can read it.
Too late. Oh, it's perfectly legible, but it's not almost borderline on illuminated script. So that's probably 3 letters. I think it was a silver for the expedited post.
And what language are you writing it in?
Common, of course.
How many?
I could provide translations if you have another language in mind.
Honey, does everybody in your family speak and read?
Yes.
Nice. Convenient.
It is called coffee.
Or, I suppose just one, but Mother will be able to read it to the rest.
Lovely.
Okay, so my hand let rest silver.
It would be 2 silver per letter.
Adequate. That's fine. Okay, that concludes Brum's tasks in town.
Nim, are you heading back to the ship now?
Unless Trato has any place you wish to stop along the way.
Nah.
Okay. Nim is headed. You come across Nim heading back. He has a small wagon that he is pulling by a rope in his mouth behind him. It is completely filled with all sorts of packaged items. You can't really tell what they are, but it's quite clear that they are various varieties of meats. There are also some bags of vegetables and whatnot, but mostly meat.
Excellent. This is food for the wedding feast, yes? I mean, dinner. We are a modern society. We have dinners, not feasts.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to grab food for that too, wasn't I?
Perhaps I could accompany you and help you shop for it.
That works.
Brum will accompany them, unless they want to actually go through it, and ensure that nothing humanoid is included.
There is
Or
so
dead.
much. All of it is dead.
Okay. Yes.
Undead, you mean undead.
Yes, thank you. Nothing with necromantic taint. Nothing with demonic origins, or anything which has ichor instead of blood. He will specifically pick up some varieties of fish.
Don't pick up fish here.
At some point during the
Nope.
preparations, he will pick up fish. How's that?
Pick up fish when we get to the glacier. It'll be way cheap.
Actually, the fish at the glacier are usually a seafaring sort, if I remember correctly. Perhaps they would enjoy some fresh river fish.
You know what? I like the way you think. But don't pick up too much because...
I wonder if they might have
Okay.
a pike here. A long pike cooked properly and set in a trencher of bread and various greens can make quite the centerpiece for any table.
Yeah. I've never had it before. I think my family would probably like it.
The
When it
old
comes to my
man would be
extended
Brum.
family,
Squirrels don't live very long.
None shall see me. Though my battle
wait,
cry
how
may
long
give
do
me
squirrels
away.
live?
I don't actually know.
I know seals can live up to their 20s, late 20s.
Brum, you are able to locate a giant dire pike.
Okay.
It's at least 50 feet long. And it's currently on sale because, well, most people
Nobody
don't
else
have...
wants to buy it.
Nobody has use for, that big of a fish.
50 feet of fish. Yes,
Yeah.
and they don't want to cut it up because it's a prize catch.
Exactly. So it is on sale for the low, low price of 5 gold pieces.
That's an incredibly low price.
Actually, that's about average.
Wow.
Brum will chat for a while with whoever caught it if they're around, but we're getting this for the table.
Perfect. Now, how are you transporting it back to the mansion?
That is an excellent question. If only we had a loyal steed who would appear about this time.
Right now, I think we are going to go on intermission. I need to go grab another drink and stuff. So, we will be back in just a few minutes, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining. Like I said, we'll be right back. Remember to hit that follow button, subscribe to the channel if you can. And yeah, be right back. And we are back! Hello everyone! We are continuing Fists of Furry Dungeons and Dragons.
Yay!
So we have to cook Brum at 400 degrees, right?
No!
Should we broil or boil him?
No!
Nim will
If
grill
we,
him.
If we get him on a, oh yeah, grilled squirrel would be good.
You're not boiling my friend!
Yes, but we'll boil your friend and then we'll get our other friend back. No, I'm kidding. I would never. Team
Zale
kill.
wasn't a friend
I
to
would-
anyone.
I
He
would
was-
totally feed Brum to Zay.
Ooh. Oh, good. Okay.
Anyways.
Team killing's bad.
I mean, we could always do a TPK.
No.
Why not?
For many reasons, most of which have to do with paying for new art.
That's actually a good point. And last
Uh-huh.
time I was part of a TPK, we came back as an entire group of catfolk paladins who could touch themselves as a swift action. It was glorious.
Nani?
Just imagine an entire group of catfolk paladins, various archetypes because it was Pathfinder, all capable of self-healing.
I
We never
feel
died.
like that certain crickets will fit right in.
Anyway, Pike.
So as you are staring at the giant pike, you hear an all too familiar neigh.
Oh god.
Nay,
God.
yes, say.
Oh wait, it can't be the nightmare because Brum never met him. Never mind.
Galloping in from the...
God alone nowhere.
Yeah, basically. Galloping into the area comes Jester.
Ooh.
In his mouth is a very large golden ring with an almost larger diamond. It's more multiple diamonds set into the ring all around it. So it's nice and balanced on all sides.
What? So the horse is in the store then?
It's a fish market. We're outside.
You would never have a fish market indoors.
Ugh. Oh, you
That
would, but then
smell
you'd
would
learn
kill.
better.
Haven't been into a fish market in forever.
Hello, crickets. Welcome back.
Hello, hello.
Greetings. So anyways, what is the performance check for?
Jester made an entrance.
Oh, it was a glorious entrance for a horse. Stampeding in. He looks a little, fearful. You can't really tell why. Behind him comes the mayor, as well as his son.
He's
His
growing up to
son-
be very strong son.
Yes, his son is looking much stronger, more sure of himself. And yeah. What do you do, Brum?
Oh, Brum just watches. Jester, however, will probably drop the ring in Tato's, hopefully hand, otherwise just kind of on his head somewhere. Maybe
It's
chewing
a
a lock of hair as he pulls back.
It is a very large ring. So Jester basically it's more of a more closer to a necklace, except, rigid. It kind of just goes around most of Tato's head and winds up resting on top of his muzzle with the rest of it around the back of his head.
Thank you.
There's a little tag attached to the ring.
Oh God, what does it?
It's in Zale's handwriting. Stole this from some rich merchant fuck. Described as Ring of Control Ant. Useless. Sell on market, next available opening.
The Ring of Controllant.
Ant. This ring will allow the user to control one mundane, ordinary little ant.
That's cool.
More importantly, it's a magic ring, so it resizes. I just couldn't figure out a size for the horse.
Potato, what do you do with it?
I'm gonna gift wrap it. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this.
Have you never been to a wedding?
Oh wait. Wait, who's our ring bearer?
Make it the four-legged one.
Okay, no.
You could
No, he's the
hire
cook.
you could hire the boy who's like you stole.
Ooh. Have Silver do it.
What would hiring him do?
What about
No. You should have Jester's son do it.
Ah.
Okay, fine. I'll have Jester's son be the ring bearer. He better not crap on the floor.
Well, now that you've mentioned that, you realize it has to happen, right?
God damn it! Why do I do these things?
Who's gonna be the flower girl?
No, Shenzi's the bridesmaid.
Oh right,
This is a good question.
flower girl. Grandma?
No, Grandma needs to be there to hand off her grandson, unless you want your father up there with you.
I have a mom and a dad, you know.
Okay, we can have your father up there. Or no. Best man hands up the groom. Never mind.
No, the groom is always just waiting there.
Mm-hmm, with his best
It's
man.
the
I was thinking
bride.
of the father walking the bride up the aisle.
Yeah.
Which will need to be determined, but we can wait and see if her own parents can make it.
I mean,
I'm trying to
she
think.
is a level 17.
Oh, additional message sent by Brum. He will invite Ms. Kep of Lilies.
Okay, okay. Are you going to give official invitations to everybody in the party?
Yes, hand-lettered. I mean, they're not on proper paper, unless he can find it here, but... Actually, can you find stationery here?
Not stationary, but you can find parchment.
He has parchment. In fact, he has proper paper. He'll do it. I already gave the perform check for it. He just sent the ones for those not present.
Okay.
So an invitation will be sent to Kep of Lilies with a request that she perform as, or if not possible, provide a flower girl.
Wait, what? Oh, you want the Lady Kep of Lilies to be Flower Girl. That's not a bad idea.
Seemed appropriate to me. And to Brum. I mean, Brum could ask some of his contacts back in the Elvenwood, but they're a little far away.
Well, I assume all of your errands are done, unless anybody is going anywhere particular in Bloodstone.
Skeleton Gib can be the flower girl.
Okay, this idea I like.
I like that too.
I just had deja vu.
Have you been in this place before?
No, I'm pretty sure that the line Skeleton Jib being the flower girl has been said.
Skeleton Gib!
Gib.
Elysian, you feel a shudder, as if something just passed over your grave.
I have a grave?
You will one day.
That's all I thought I would
Skeleton
like
Gib
to
and
entertain.
Zug can walk down the aisle together, tossing flowers.
I might say just Gib, because Zug's going to be quite ripe by that time.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
When you said that, the thing that came to mind was Zug reaching into the basket, pulling out a handful of flower petals, and throwing his whole hand.
Oh my god.
The more I think about it, the funnier it gets.
Oh.
Poor Sap's face who caught it.
Don't you know that means you're going to be her next little friend?
Whoever catches the zombie's hand gets to be Shanty's next friend.
Yay!
Oh, that's glorious. So, anyways, getting ready to depart. Where is everybody on the boat?
I'm right here.
Brum is sorting cloths in place setting and hand lettering. Little
I have
tags for everybody to see.
And
So
I have
you're in the
appeared
actual
with
boat.
the
Actually, while we're docked, let's have everybody get off the boat so that we can make the reception room for the wedding.
I have yet to appear with drinks, though.
Ooh, and a honeymoon suite. We need a honeymoon suite.
So I've
You're forgetting the
decided
most
that
important thing of a
instead of the
wedding.
I've decided that instead of the mansion being an alternate dimension, It's actually just the wagon itself. There's a foyer for the mansion, and it's the two doors on the side, either side of the wagon. So when you go into the wagon, you're directly inside the mansion. And it technically still exists. It's just, very large.
On the inside.
Exactly.
So can we do that? A nice dining room and reception area for the wedding and a honeymoon suite.
Absolutely. That is all absolutely
Excellent.
set up.
And then Brum is busy sorting out the tablecloths and the doilies and the place settings and the fine china.
Elysian's helping him because despite not liking Brom, he wants to have a very good wedding for his grandson.
Elysian is quite skilled with his hands. This will be welcome.
Yes, very good with his hands. I'm making the little wiggly fingers motion.
What?
Have you never wiggled your fingers before?
I don't know what you're referring to.
I think he's meaning that kind of let's get to work
Yes.
Okay.
ropey motion.
So yeah, you
Wait.
are...
Oh, never mind.
Okay. Brum and Elysian, give me a perception check.
Is Brum talking at the time the perception check is made? Of course, he is.
Most likely.
Disadvantage for Brum. I'm giving Brum disadvantage on this check.
Elysian, you feel a strange presence.
Brom, do you feel that?
Yes, the needlework on this particular situation is very fine.
No.
We might want to look into upgrading the ones the dining. Same set.
Not that, Brum. I don't think we're alone.
Of course we're not. The rest of the party is somewhere in the mansion, and Ignacio is currently going through the...
That's not what I mean, Brum.
Perhaps you could explain yourself more clearly.
I mean, I don't think... He'd go to carefully look around the room.
That might be an investigation check.
It would. Your dress seems to be swaying a little bit, but aside from that, you're not able to find anything amiss.
Well, the fact that the dress is here is clearly a problem, because I left that in my room.
I mean, you also just rearranged the entire mansion.
I guess that's true.
Your rooms are temporarily gone in favor of a bunkhouse.
So much for the soundproofing on Brum's room.
I guess it was nothing. Just keep a lookout, Brum.
Brum goes back to sorting out the silverware. Yes.
Alright, is anybody else doing anything on your way north?
I'm sorry, is anybody else what?
Is anyone doing anything in particular?
I am
Wait, did we
perfectly
leave
fine.
the town?
but,
Or should we just go ahead and, fast forward?
Did we leave the town?
Yes.
Unless you needed to do something else there before we left.
Well, I was trying to, but every time I did say something, someone cut me off. I was
There
trying to
is
get
a chat if you
the
need to
alcoholic
use it.
drinks. We got.
If that happens, utilize the chat. So, what are you looking for?
I was talking about buying alcohol.
Bloodstone is somewhat famous for, well, Bloodstone wine. It has a rich flavor. Almost tastes a little bit. It's got a faint charcoal taste to it. While the rest of it is heavily reminiscent of kind of a metallic taste.
Taste of blood. Sounds perfect. But yeah, while they were setting up for the stuff, I was going out to buy wine.
You are also able to find your other standard alcoholic beverages, beer,
Honey mead.
ale,
Honey.
ale, and honey mead, sure. Now the question is, how much are you willing to spend?
I don't know. How much are these drinks? That's the thing.
Well, a bottle of the wine here from the city itself would be 1 gold piece each. The rest of them, the honey mead, you'd be looking at, for a barrel of it, you'd be looking at about 8 gold pieces. The ale for a barrel, we'll say 7.5 gold.
Okay.
Beer, you can get a barrel of that for the basic stuff. Oh, we'll say 3 gold pieces.
Pshaw. This blood wine is the perfect thing, obviously, because it has blood in the name.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure they use this at my temple somewhere.
It is only per bottle.
And how many people
You could get the blood wine for the toast, and then serve mead or ale for the rest of the beverage options.
8, 9, got those people. And I don't know how many Lily. I'm in.
You'd be safe planning for about, what were you saying?
I would say he drops 20 gold on, well, because I have 100 still. 20 gold for the wine, for the, the fancy wine, 20 bottles of that.
Okay.
If anything, I might pick up 10 or so bottles of that and spend the rest on mead.
Nah.
So we can toast with the wine, and then the mead will be the beverage during the actual meal.
Listen here, I never said that all 20 of these were for the wedding.
That, sir, is a very fair point.
They prefer that you buy in cases of 12.
24 it is then. Oh no, that sucks.
Question. Can Shenzi make a scroll of spells she already knows to give to people?
Yes. There is a scroll crafting mechanic. I would have to look up details on that.
I have a great idea.
Oh no.
Raise dead scroll for every guest.
Anyways, beside the point. But yeah, between that and I'd probably buy like 3 barrels of honey mead. That should be enough for everyone. Or is 3 too? Nah, Minotaurs drink a lot. 3.
Copying and pasting into Fist of Furry chat. Without proper table formatting.
That is
Oh,
awful, Shenzi.
It's not awful. You know Shenzi would think it's the cutest goddamn thing in the world.
I'm sorry, what did Shenzi share?
It's
I
up
don't
to her
wanna-
to share.
Oh,
That is up to, yeah, that's up to her to share. But
anyways. Where would I put this wine that I'm buying in this mead?
just put it in your inventory.
Okay. Yeah.
So we will go ahead and just fast forward from here. And I think this is actually probably the best point that we could probably call it for this evening and begin next week with the wedding itself.
I will prepare accordingly.
Yay, wedding!
So
There
everyone,
must be a cake.
thank you all so much for joining us this evening. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will be back next week with more Fists of Furry Dungeons and Dragons. We are moving the time for the Friday D&D to 5 p.m. Mountain Time. That is 7 p.m. Eastern, so do remember to plan accordingly. I will be back myself in just a few minutes with a little bit of Super Smash Brothers, so do stick around for that, please. In the meantime, thank you all so much for joining us. Remember to hit that follow button, subscribe to the channel if you can, and do also check out our Patreon at patreon.com/ZGFgaming. It really is the only way to make sure we can keep bringing you this content. In the meantime, thanks for joining, and I bid you all adieu.
Bye!
Bye.
Night, everybody.
Bye-bye.